Hey guys, this is SpockJoe, and I hope you guys had a great holiday. Today I'm going to be talking about the Type 100 SMG from Call of Duty WW2. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to see more content like this, hit this channel and the bell. Alright, hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Hayaku Shikikiken Tanju. Now that is Japanese, or a butchered way of saying the Japanese name of this weapon, but in Call of Duty WW2 it's simply called the Type 100. Now this is an SMG and probably one of the more used SMGs in the game, and we'll be talking about that a little bit more, of why it's probably used more in the game than other SMGs. But as I'm going through these weapon reviews, I really like to find out the history of these weapons. And the first off, I mean, this was a Japanese submachine gun during World War II. That seems pretty obvious. It was first delivered to the Japanese Imperial Army in 1942, which is kind of interesting. And the Type 100 was used by the Japanese Marines, and there was a fold-up version of this weapon that was used by the parachutists or the paratroopers. And so that's kind of cool, because this weapon had a very specific group of soldiers that it was used for. More close combat, usually whenever you're in naval type of war, you try to take a boat. It's more close combat, and I can see where this weapon would definitely play out within the schemes of who they gave them to. Longer engagements, they would probably have assault rifles or ground units and stuff like that, but these guys, the Marines and the parachutists, this is the weapon of choice. Now, this weapon holds a 30-round magazine, and if you decide you want to get extended mags, it goes all the way up to 45 rounds, which is pretty cool. Now, this automatic SMG has low recoil, and I would say that that is probably one of the biggest pluses in the game for this weapon, because out of all the SMGs out there, if you've played with the 1928, or basically it's the Tommy gun, or if you've messed with the PPSH, they definitely have some pretty crazy recoil at times. And so this weapon, because it has low recoil, it's able to be more manageable for you guys whenever you're using it. I really think that that is a good thing within the game. Now, the one thing that isn't so good is it has low damage. It deals out low damage. It is just not the gun that blitzes through people. It actually reminds me of using more of a assault rifle. This weapon definitely has more of a feel of an assault rifle because of how it deals out the damage and just the fire rate and all that. It just, I don't know, if you're a guy that likes assault rifles, this is probably an SMG that you could probably slap on and do pretty well with. Now, this weapon will kill within 3 shots up close. It will kill at mid-range about 4 shots, and about 5 to 6 shots for longer ranges. So this weapon kind of plays in that it seems like it's good, but notice this, it does have a lower rate of fire than some of the other predominantly used SMGs in the game, like the Tommy gun, the 1928. It definitely has recoil issues, but it kills very, very quickly. The PPSH is probably what people tend to use a lot more because it deals out a little bit more damage, and it has a little bit better fire rate as well. So, but the one thing that this weapon does have that the others don't is this weapon has the longest range in the SMG classes, which makes this weapon a lot better, especially with longer engagements. And I would say this weapon definitely is probably the most accurate SMG within the game compared to all of its brothers and sisters in the class. Alright, so this is the recoil without a grip, and you can see that it has a lot of vertical recoil, and really that's not too bad compared to the 1928 or the PPSH. But this is with a grip, and you can see that it really is a lot more focused. So if you have a problem with your shot, just slap on grip on this weapon and go. Now this is the hip fire spread without steady aim, And you can see that it's not, I mean, it kind of jumps around, but it is a little bit more focused into a certain area. Now, when you put steady aim on, it's a little bit tighter, but it has a lot of vertical recoil. And I thought that was interesting because really, in the end, you could be missing shots by putting steady aim in this. So, alright guys, so how would I set this weapon up? Well, first off, this weapon actually has fairly minimal recoil. So really, if you want to put on a grip, you can, but it's not necessarily the best way to go with this weapon. I would say if you are a Christmas noob or if you're someone that isn't familiar with the game, I suggest you just go in and you use extended mags. Why? Because extended mags allows you to have a little bit more ammo. It takes a 30 round clip to a 45 round clip, and you can spend more time killing people instead of worrying to have to reload the weapon all the time and potentially getting killed within those reloads. Now, the second attachment that I suggest that you guys go with is quick draw. Now, quick draw with SMGs, especially if you're a run and gunner, this is almost crucial. Why? Because you need to get that gun up in the air, in their face as quickly as possible so that you can get that first shot off. Now, the second way that I would set up this weapon is if I'm going try hard. And this is for you guys that are just those run and gunners that are just really competitive and so on and so forth. I suggest you guys slap on a grip. Now, you don't need to slap on a grip, but for me, it makes the gun a little bit more accurate. It focuses the shot a little bit better, and you're not really missing as many bullets if you're a good shot with this weapon. So, also, I would slap on quick draw one to get the gun up in your face a little bit quicker. And so that's kind of how I would set up the two classes, or the two ways that I would set this weapon up. I suggest you guys go try it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.